There is no parent who does not know the value of education, even if they are illiterate.
And what are your views on the way government is handling the insurgency in the north? That's the topic that brought us to this particular point.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, the government has not been up and doing, I mean, since the insurgency started, and now we have found, ourselves the, attraction of the international community. So we need to unite and work together with the international community to really eliminate the insurgency. I mean, we don't have any alternative.
Do you think we underrated this problem?
I don't think we underrated the problem, but I think there has been a level of negligence.
Why? We didn't think that it was going to be such a big problem. We thought it was just going to go away.
Maybe by
or
those,
we thought we were just going to stare them down.
Maybe by those who are handling it. But I believe there was a high level of negligence in handling this issue. This issue should not have been allowed, to fester up to this point in time.
What could we have done to nip it in? Well, now we're thinking, what could we have done? And what can we do going forward?
Since it was at its infancy, we should have dealt with it. It would have been much easier and would have actually eliminated it. But we allowed it, to grow. And now it has grown to a level where it is virtually taking over, a chunk, of about 2 states.
What can we do now?
We fight it.
We don't negotiate it.
My view is that the time of negotiation is over.
No amnesty.
What amnesty? Hand over the kids first. Let them release our kids.
But apart from releasing the children, there's a bigger problem here. Once we get them, hopefully we'll get the girls soon. After that, what next? How do we solve this problem concretely?
Well, I mean, the government really has to sit down and strategize and map out plans on how to solve this problem. There is going to be issue of enlightenment. There is going to be issue of job creation. And there is going to be an issue of general development of the area. I mean, putting in as much development as possible so that jobs can be created and so that people don't resort to idleness, which breeds insurgency and other criminal acts.
Is the military doing enough, in your opinion?
I think the military, as I have noticed, as I have been traveling quite a lot, is under-kit, under-equipped, and underfunded. So there is a low morale as far as the military is concerned. Otherwise, we have got, one of the best militaries in the world. We have been called upon, to go to various parts of the world to do our job, and we have always been, singled out, for bravery and competence. And I don't think we will have any problem as far as the manpower issue and the quality is concerned. But that, whatever manpower and quality men you have to equip them very well. You have to fund them very well. You have to kit them very well. I mean, how can, insurgents come out with more vehicles than the military? How can they come out with more arms than the military? How can they come out better kitted than the military? These are things that we should look into. These are issues that actually the National Assembly should look into. Where is the money we have voted for the military? Where is it going? We have the largest budget for the military in Africa. Where is the money going? Where? Why is our military performing or underperforming?
Do you believe, like the president has said, that there are fifth columnists in government, and as people suspect, in the military itself?
I am not in a position to say that. Maybe he is the president, he has more facts. He should come out. He should come out and deal with those fifth communists.
You are from the Northeast. Do you think elders from that region are doing enough to help solve the problem, which is widely believed to be directly or indirectly linked to the elites? especially the political elites?
Well, I really don't know what they expect the political elites to do other than to advise government. And governments have to adopt, have to have ears. Listen to most of these elites they are talking about are people who have retired from public service, from the military, and so on and so forth. And if you offer advice, either to a state government or the federal government, and you are listening to, what can you do? This issue of Boko Haram, we have had several committees. We have had the Sheikh Lemu committee. Nothing came out of it. We have had the Gaji Galtimari committee. Nothing came out of it.
I have heard many theories about the genesis of Boko Haram. What is your theory?
Honestly, I don't think it is time for us to start talking about the theory of Boko Haram, how it started.
So we can forestall this, so yes, we can stop this from happening another time.
But first of all, let us, solve this current situation. Let's get it resolved. And then after that, we can begin to take a long-term or medium-term and long-term solution to Boko Haram. How did all these things start?
My question
and I believe some of these committees that have been set up did exactly, but nobody has implemented any of the recommendations of the committees.
Do you believe, like the Sultan said, that we're going to see the end of Boko Haram very soon?
I don't like what position does the Sultan occupy to say that we are going to see the end of Boko Haram? Soon. Today, the only person who can say we are going to see the end of Boko Haram soon is the president, and he has said it several times, and we haven't seen the end of Boko Haram. So it requires all of us coming together now, together with the international community, because this government is now admitting that this is a situation it did not have the capacity to handle from the beginning.
We will take a break now. When we return, Vice President Atiku Abubakar and I will be taking some more questions, and he will be facing the public probe. Welcome back. The economy is not politics, right, Your Excellency?
No, well...
So let's talk about the economy. One of the things that you complained about, even as Vice President, as far back as 2006, is the opaque nature of the petroleum industry. You said back then, and I remember, that too few people know what is going on in the petroleum industry. In your words, only the president and the minister, not even the Federal Executive Council, not even the National Assembly. 8 years down the line, people are still talking, they're still asking for more openness in that sector. How come the country continues to do business this way?
I think it's just the question of the president deciding also, to continue with it. Because even as of today, I'm not aware that, the Minister of Petroleum goes to the Federal Executive Council with memo on anything. It is still business as usual between the minister and the president. And this is the most important aspect of our economy. Yet, there is no transparency there. So how do you ensure accountability when there is no transparency? That is why there are always be devil with accusations and counter-accusations. Unless you open up and then you are held accountable, there is no way you can escape being accused.
And talking about accountability, why do public servants seem to think that once they get into government, they are no longer accountable to the people, and they feel insulted when they are asked to give an account of their stewardship? I see that attitude. Many people see that attitude.
Well, I really don't understand, but I mean, political office holders should know that they are accountable to the electorate.